live today like nobody else so that you can live in the future like nobody else. Happy Money Mindset Monday. I am back with another video to uplift your mindset and develop new habits when it comes to money and building wealth, because my goal as always is to help you build financial independence faster than you could ever imagine, definitely faster than any of your family members. So let's dive in. I'm going to react to a couple of videos from my team and give you some thoughts and perspective. Let's go.
Here's the most you should borrow.
Oh, already. Dave Ramsey. I know it's going to be a good one. Let's go.
And it's the only thing I don't yell at you for borrowing, but I would prefer you didn't borrow, or that you borrow less, and get it paid off as soon as possible. But the most you should borrow is a home on a 15-year fixed rate where the payment is no more than a fourth of your take-home pay.
All right, let's dive in. So home ownership, it's a topic that I used to think that, owning a home is overhyped. I didn't even care. And now I own a home for quite a while. And I can tell you that owning a home is one of the greatest things that I have experienced. And now, especially when I have kids. But a lot of Dave Ramsey's advice, I think his intentions are good, but he hasn't even done the math.
No, that can't be right. I don't make arithmetic mistakes. Oh, gosh golly, I made a boo-boo.
And that's my problem with Dave Ramsey. He gives advice that should make sense, but it doesn't, in my opinion. Here's why his advice is very, very poor. So number one, it's already hard to save money and purchase a home with a 30-year loan. So basically, the longer you stretch, the lower your monthly payment will be, right? So for most people, even that is really hard. So what he's suggesting is that you should do 15-year loan mortgage, and that will increase your payment much, much higher. It will probably give you a better rate, but your payment will be much, much higher. So here's a couple problems I have with this strategy. So again, number one, it will take you forever to save and purchase something like that. Number two, opportunity cost. Within the last 5 years, real estate has grown so much. And if you were ready to buy, let's say 5 years ago, with a 30-year loan, but you said, no, I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to wait to buy with a 15-year loan. The properties have appreciated so much here in California. 5 years ago, the house that we bought has appreciated for about, California is a unique place, but the same house would cost you about $500,000 more. So let's say in Midwest, probably like 100,000, 50,000, a lot of money. So now you've been working so hard and saving. 5 years have gone by, prices have increased so much. Now you're not even close. So you have to now save for another 5 years, which is so ridiculous. You're missing so much. I know why he's suggesting is because you'll pay off your mortgage much faster and you'll pay less in fees. Here's what I would suggest. If you get a 30-year loan, you can still make extra payments if you have extra money. But if you hit hard times, at least you can manage your payment, because if you lock in a 30-year mortgage and your payment, let's say it's $10,000 instead of $6,000, you can't ask them to lower it to $6,000. You have to pay $10,000. If you default, you might lose the home completely. But if your payments are smaller, you can always chip in and add more payments and pay off quicker. Because of that, I think it's bad advice to lock into a 15-year mortgage unless you have tons of money, unless you're in a position to do it and you have the money to go now, do it.
I shouldn't.
Do it. Just do it! But if you have to save for 5-10 years to get to that place, I think it's ridiculous. And on top of that, you're not enjoying your home for another 10 years. I think, again, home ownership is one of the most beautiful things. And I already know the next video I'm gonna watch and share this next video, the opportunity cost, why buying homes sooner rather than later is actually one of the most powerful wealth building tools. So let's dive in and watch that one. And if you enjoy this video, hit that thumb up button and consider subscribing, because if you like this video, YouTube will show this video to more people and we can help more people with their financial independence and helping them build wealth. So do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, and let's watch next video.
That was the average salary in 2000, $31,000. This was the average house price in 2000, $119,000. Take away $11,000 for the average expenses and you could buy a house in 6 years. You won't believe how much harder it is now. Wages have increased by $22,000, but that equals the average expenses, so we'll take that away, and house prices have not gone up by 50%, Not 200%, but 241%. That's $407,000. This means 13 years of work could buy you a house, but by then, it'll be so much more. That's why learning to invest now is so important.
So that's why investing now, it's so important. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, is when you delay your home purchase, if you want to be a homeowner, if you don't care about home ownership, so be it. I'm a big believer in home ownership for so many reasons. I mean, number one is appreciation. It's getting harder and harder to buy a property. I mean, so many people look back and said, oh my goodness, 10 years ago, I had some savings. My grandma offered help, or there was some sort of government program and I said no because I thought the market's gonna crash or it's gonna get cheaper. And now 10 years later, they are completely outpriced, especially here in California, and they wish they bought something. So figure out how you can buy a home sooner and enjoy the appreciation because of inflation, with tariffs and all the things that are changing. Things continuously going to get more and more expensive. And then you throw in high interest rates. For most people, it's almost impossible to buy.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
So the sooner you buy, the better. So live frugally, figure out how you can save extra money. And on top of that, once you own your home, you can leverage that home in so many different ways. You can refinance, you can cash out refinance, you can get line of credit, you can do so many different things. So when people say your house is not investment, oh wow! In my opinion, it is investment if you are smart and know how to use those other tools. I have plenty of videos on my YouTube channel on that, but that's exactly why I think you should invest today. If not today, invest as quickly as you can. Figure out how so that you can enjoy that appreciation. So let's watch one more video and react to this one. I don't think I've seen this one, so let's dive in.
You'll never get rich if you continue making car payments. Imagine you bought this car 3 years ago for $1,000 per month, over 60 months. That would have cost you a grand total of $60,000. Fast forward 3 years and this Tesla's not even worth $20,000. This makes a vehicle the #1 wealth killer because it's the most expensive thing you'll buy that goes down in value. But the autopilot's quite nice. So if you're going to buy one, make sure it doesn't cost more than half your annual salary and you pay cash.
All right, so let's talk about car ownership. And this is something that, again, you buying a nice car, you're not a bad person. If that's something important to you, pick your battles, because sometimes we want to go on vacations, we wear nice clothes, we want to eat good foods, we can go out, we want to have a nice car. Great, buy a car. But just realize it's one of the biggest wealth killers, especially in America. We are addicted to new cars, and because you're wasting so much money, I couldn't agree with him more. If you are making those payments and if you just save that money or invest it in a business or invest it in stocks, it's no brainer. It's like anything but car payment will build you wealth, because the car, as soon as you drive off that lot, it depreciates. I remember when I lived in Colorado, I was only in the United States for about a year and a half, 2 years. There was a person just at my job, my hotel job, there was one guy who just finished paying off his car. He was already ready to buy a truck. He had a very simple, I believe is a Chevy Cavalier. And I bought that car cash. And I remember I bought that car cash, and the next day he told me, it's like, oh, I changed my mind, I'm not gonna sell it to you. And I think he had second thoughts. He had doubts about buying this big truck with a new high payment. And I was like, hey, you can't do that. You already sold it to me. Give me my title. And he said, I said, okay, you decide. And then come back. And he came back to me finally and said, I'm going to sell it to you. And I drove that car for a long, long time. I saved so much money. My first car was about 7 years ago. It was Tesla X. And the only reason I bought this brand new car, I compared used cars with all the tax credits. Actually, new car actually was cheaper than used Tesla. And also my wife and I, we started a Turo business back then. And the car paid, at least like half of that car was paid through Turo earnings, because we were brand new on Turo platform with Tesla X. And it was like a new trend that people wanted to rent. And we made a lot of money. And now we still own that car with a supercharging for life. And it was good investment in my opinion. But anytime you buy a car, whenever possible, buy car cash, buy it as cheaply as you can, because no matter what car you have, it's going to accomplish the same thing. It's going to help you get from point A to point B. That's it. If you care too much about what other people think about you based on the kind of car you drive, you know what? So what? live today like nobody else so that you can live in future like nobody else. And owning a used car, not overspending on a car, is one of the best financial decisions you can make. So again, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, because we drop videos every single week. And then the reason I like to drop this video, Money Mindset Monday, on Monday, is because mindset is everything, and not just mindset, adapting and creating new skills to build wealth rapidly. It's so important. So I'm so grateful you're here with me, because my wish for you is the same as every week, is for you to build financial independence faster than I did, so that you can live your life on your own terms. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. If you enjoy learning about entrepreneurship and how to build wealth, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we release videos on entrepreneurship and wealth building every single week.